After Bad Boys for Life hit the big screen and received multiple positive reviews, a potential fourth installment was considered, but the movement has been slow until now. The Bad Boys are said to return once again following the major success of the third movie, and here is what you can expect for the fourth installment of the Bad Boys franchise. After the first Bad Boys movie was released in 1995, a full 8 years passed until we got to see a sequel. By 2015, Sony Pictures announced their plans for a third and fourth movie. However, due to many conflicts, the production of the movies was delayed. After all of this, the primary focus remained on Bad Boys for Life, which is the third movie in the franchise. On the day of the release of the third movie in 2020, Sony Pictures did confirm that they were officially developing a fourth movie. Since that moment, there hasn't been much said about the status of the fourth movie. It has been reported that Sony Pictures paused the project indefinitely after the Will Smith Oscars incident. Even after the project was paused, Smith's co-star Martin Lawrence is quite positive that the movie is moving forward despite the incident. As the speculation grew, Sony came out with a statement that the sequel is still in the works at the studio, turning down any speculation about the movie not happening. Sony also claimed that the project wasn't paused due to the incident involving Smith. So far, it has been said that there is a script for the movie and the studio is geared up for pre-production. So from what we've gathered over the years, it appears that a fourth installment is happening and has been planned even before Bad Boys for Life was released. Sony is quite interested in moving forward with the project and having one last movie in the franchise to conclude it, or possibly expand it even further with the potential of making Bad Boys 5 and 6. With all of that being said, one must wonder, when can we see this movie? Well, that answer might not be a very clear one. Between each of the Bad Boys movies, there has been quite the wait, especially the 17-year time gap we had between the second and third movie. However, one thing is for sure, and that is that Sony Pictures have stated that they won't allow there to be a huge wait between the third and fourth movie. Although the fourth movie was announced in 2015 and was set to premiere 2 years after the third movie suffered quite a few delays, and today, we still have no official news about the fourth movie or its release date. 2 years have already passed since the third movie premiered, which makes us wonder when the fourth movie will be released. That's one tough question to answer, since Sony hasn't officially confirmed the release date. But we can surely speculate. In the past, many believed that by 2023, we would be able to smash that like button if we hadn't done so already. No, we'd be able to see this movie. Since we've already entered 2023, we might suggest that there will be quite a wait before this movie hits the theaters. Since the movie is planned but hasn't entered production yet, we have to believe that 2023 is the year when the movie will be filmed. If that is correct, the entirety of 2023 will likely be spent in filming and post-production, giving us a potential release date in early 2024 at the earliest. But we believe that the summer or fall of 2024 seems a bit more likely, since all the actors' busy schedules have to be considered before Sony makes the next step and heads to filming. Speaking of who will return, we have to say that there won't be a Bad Boys sequel without Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
He's a former ganja-smoking mother. Worth it. Do you want some? I'll bust your ass too.
It's safe to say that the two actors will return to reprise their roles. Apart from these two actors, no one's been confirmed so far, but we believe it's safe to assume that Paula Nunez will return as Rita, the boys' fellow officer who we saw get promoted to captain at the end of Bad Boys for Life. Due to that, their previous boss, Captain Howard, portrayed by Joe Pantoliano, will be making a comeback in this movie, since he was assassinated during the events of the third movie. One major plot twist in the third movie was Armando, played by Jacob Scipio, who we later found out was Lowry's son. Due to the events of the third movie, it's likely that Scipio will return to reprise his role, as it indicated that the fourth movie might see Armando in a much bigger role. So far, we have no other guesses on who might be included in the upcoming movie, but we are sure that it will bring us a bunch of new faces. Sony has been keeping things a secret for now, but as the movie starts filming, we are positive we'll have more information about the entire cast and will finally be able to piece things together. Since the beginning, Bad Boys has been about Marcus Burnett and Mike Lowrey. The two detectives began their journey in 1995, and now we've seen both of them saving the day in 3 movies. Throughout the 3 movies, we've seen them smashing that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. But in all seriousness, we've seen them go up against some very dangerous people and nearly die while doing their job. In the last movie, we saw them go up against Isabel Aritas, a very dangerous woman who, along with her son Armando, had been on a killing spree before Burnett and Lowrey caught them. In the 3rd movie, Mike is also shot by Armando, who has been sent by his mother Isabel to assassinate all those responsible for the demise of the Aritas cartel. Throughout the movie, both Marcus and Mike talk about retirement and how this would be the last mission they do. After Mike recovers from the shot, the 2 detectives go on a mission to catch Armando and end the assassinations. By the end of the movie, Mike tries his best to convince Armando that he is his son, and after Isabel confirms it, he reaches to shoot Mike, but Rita steps in and kills Isabel. In the final moment of the movie, Mike tells Armando that he will have to pay for what he's done. But later on, in a mid-credits scene, we see Mike visiting Armando in prison, requesting his help on a new case in exchange for reducing his prison sentence. All of this clearly points towards another movie, in which we'll see the aftermath of this very mysterious scene, and what that could mean for both Armando and Mike. Sadly, we still don't have a confirmation on exactly what will be happening in the 4th movie. We have no details whatsoever, but it's clear that Armando will be one key element in the entire storyline. After the mid-credits scene, we weren't able to figure out what Mike has in store for Armando and how will their relationship grow from there. He did shoot many people, but has since proven to be regretful of his decisions, which the detective might use to his advantage, despite him being his son. Since Isabel is gone and Armando has no one except Mike, it's highly likely that he will take him up on his offer to help on the new case in order to be released from prison sooner. Many have pointed out that Armando has been raised by a ruthless drug lord and was said to be an assassin for a Mexican cartel, which means that he could have a lot of inside information on all sorts of international criminal enterprises. Our best guess is that Marcus and Mike will be back as detectives, and this time around, they'll be going after a new, shady organization, one that Armando is familiar with and can help them shut down. When the initial announcement of a 4th movie was made in 2015, a synopsis emerged in which it was said that the movie will show a modern, highly specialized police unit that will collide with the bad boys when a new threat emerges in Miami. Since then, this synopsis has been removed, and so far, no information has been shared. But in the true Bad Boys fashion, we do expect to see them go against some very shady people one last time. You'll love this video next!